Good morning, campers. How are we doing today? Let's do reading. I'm feeling like divine feminine, divine masculine. Check in today for this collective. So let's jump right to it. I have 4 decks that I selected. And we're going to do first you, feminine. So you know this is your collective, because I always say this to you guys. Sometimes you can change a collective, you can drop of a collective, you can switch and resonate, start to resonate more with one collective. It doesn't change from one day to another, but I oftentimes notice that in the moments of change, in the moments of shift, collectively most people go, for example, to another level. This is the reason I'm deviating to this. Collectively I pick up the biggest energy from the collective, right? But you as an individual, you may have been resonating with one collective and suddenly you feel like it changes because maybe you didn't pass a certain test, or you needed to repeat a certain cycle, or you've taken certain decisions that put you towards it. I'm rambling, but there's a reason it came to my mind. So maybe some of you, those of you who watch me, you've been resonating with this specific collective, and recently you feel like you resonate more with a different one. Anywho, either way, I always say this, personal readings are always the most accurate ones. Collectives should be treated as in-between guidance, overall learning on a journey, on healing, so on and so forth, and just spending some time with me. All right, getting to know your reader, getting to know your healer. All right, let's see. Enough rambling. How is the feminine feeling in this collective? How is the feminine feeling? I want to do 4 cards for your first row, as I usually do. Sort of my thing. How is the feminine feeling? Alright, that's good. That's good. Ooh. Okay, overall we have quite nice energy for this collective. We have 6 of Wands as your first card, and then we have Queen of Wands. So you have 2 Wands. It may be a detail that you are a fire sign, but I was hearing more... sorry, I was here, I looked at the drop down and I choked. I was hearing more that you're feeling in this energy, right? You're sitting in this energy. So this is an energy of success, of conquer, of self-belief. I'm hearing as well. I can do this. I can be successful at it, right? So you would be feeling good, this collective, okay? So again, this is the moment when you're really feeling into whether this is your collective or not. This collective, you would be feeling like you have a lot of energy, like you have belief in your journey, belief in your success, belief in progress, like you have belief in yourself as well, which is really nice. We have 2 of sorry, I struggle with all my decks. Deviation, you guys. Why do I talk so much? I struggle with all my decks because I brought a lot of decks from my other house, but someone else did the move for me and they mislocated, or they didn't wrap my decks correctly, and they all like, oh my god, it made me cry when I saw this, literally. So now they're all like a little bit flipped, and I need to fix them all and cleanse them all and like straighten them all. Anywho, you have 2 of Cups. Nobody cares. I'm sorry. We have 2 of Cups, and we have 7 of Cups as well. So we have Cups and we have Wands. That is passion. That is fire. That is your intuition, but that is also your emotion, right? So with this 2 of Cups, I'm hearing that this energy that you have, this belief that you have, it will go towards relationships. So maybe I'm hearing rekindled. Sorry, maybe you recently renewed a relationship that needed... Sorry. What's going on with me today? Maybe a relationship that you left behind, or someone that you didn't resonate that much, and you part ways. You recently reconnected with this person, but there is the Seven of Cups. I feel like this collective overall, this being your first row, you would be feeling quite good. I'm hearing not lonely, not lonely. So maybe whoever you're connecting to, whether that's romantic, we're going to tap into this in a moment, but you wouldn't be feeling lonely at this moment of time. You would be having quite a lot of hopeful feeling, but there is a bit of a confusion. Let's see. Six of Wands. Let's see where this reading takes us. I feel like there's going to be a turn, but let's see. The Fool. New beginning, new energy. Maybe there's something that you've taken a bit of a leap of faith, and that made you feel like it was a good move, like it was a good thing to do, like it brought success to you. Ace of Cups. All right. Three of Wands. I'm hearing something, but we'll see. Six of Pentacles. This is a really nice energy, you guys, but what I'm hearing, because I was looking at this as this Fool, right? And I heard nothing is yet set in stone, right? It's a temporary. I don't want to discourage you. We're going to dive deeper. We're going to dive into the details. We're going to break this down. Maybe we're going to do another tarot too. Hold on. I'm starting to feel and hear a lot of things. But what I wanted to say to you guys is that there is a sense of new beginning. There is a sense of hope. There is a sense of excitement, of joy. We have Ace of Cups. We have Two of Cups. It's emotional fulfillment. I'm hearing as well. It's like you would be thinking that you're successful. You would be thinking that you are on the verge of a new journey, that you're starting something new, that there's movement on your journey, right? But this last pairing, Seven of Cups with Two of Pentacles, I feel you are really trying to, how do I describe this to you guys? It's like you're a little bit confused. Is it really it? Is it really reciprocated? So you yourself may be feeling, is this a fleeting sort of an emotion, or is this something that's gonna last? You yourself may be confused. We're gonna tap into your situation in a moment, but I did grab this deck, and I was constantly looking at the denial at the bottom of the deck. So let's do 4 of these to confirm. And then we're going to tap into your situation. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And there is this element I know that I can do. So whatever is happening, this collective, you would have belief in yourself, belief in your journey, belief in your dreams, belief in, like, on this journey, I always say we tap into our highest most aligned timeline. We have visions, we have feelings of, but then in process, we have moments of losing faith a little bit, of not believing it, of being a little bit, and you are in a moment of belief, this collective right now. You believe that your journey can be successful. It's like there's a lot of sense of new beginning, fulfillment. So again, this collective, you would be feeling good. Self-esteem, and this is an important detail, because it's on top of Queen of Wands. She's the one that has most self-esteem. She's fierce, she's fiery, she's right, and on top of Ace of Cups, which is self-esteem as well. So this collective, and with that as a confirmation, self-esteem as a confirmation, you would be feeling like your self-esteem is on high. I keep hearing that this is all a house of cards, okay? But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. Friendship. Okay, confirmation, friendship. That's on top of that Two of Cups. and that Three of Wands. So that's a confirmation. Remember, I was saying that it's like you rekindle the relationship, that you don't feel lonely. I feel like it's a more of a friendship kind of situation. So maybe you either met someone, I was hearing that for most of you, it may be someone that was your friend in the past, but you parted ways for whatever reason. But with that friendship, maybe you met a new friend, maybe you connected to someone that you feel like you have a lot to talk about. A mentor I'm hearing as well for some of you, that's someone that you feel like they understand you, that they're gonna help you on this new journey. One more. And we have love. But love, you guys. Love is on top of that reciprocity and that confusion. That reciprocity and that confusion. I feel that there is something when it comes to your divine. We're gonna tap into that in a moment in the other oracle. But I feel like this may be the fleeting part. Because you're confused. Denial. The denial at the bottom of the deck. There is something you're confused about. There is something, I'm feeling guided to do your joint energies at the end once we do divine feminine, divine masculine. But again, there's a lot of fierceness, fire, but there is no stability in this energy because we only have one major arcana. And from the beginning, I was feeling that this is a wave. What goes up must go down. This is not yet that centered, that finish line, that fulfillment. Things are going good, but right now, whether you know it or not, I feel like if the right collective, it will hit you. The moment I said it, you would be like, because you are confused, you are wondering. Maybe it's too good to be true. Let's see. Let's do, I want to do these. Let's do these. What's really going on with the feminine in terms of the journey? Okay, you guys, I've showed you the card. I have to cut that part because I forgot that the card actually has something that we're not allowed to show. But it's number 77, triggered. I get so emotional when your name comes up or when I see something that reminds me of you. You trigger something inside me that caused me to feel uncomfortable in my own skin. Triggered. So your person's triggering you, whether it's a negative emotion or just a deep emotion that you cannot manage, but there's a lot of triggers right now. We have Libra, number 88, and we have 7788, so maybe you're seeing a lot of same numbers. How you call this, like 777, 888, 222. Libra, so maybe you're a Libra, maybe your person is a Libra, or just for these deck, I always say this. I know I acted as if I couldn't make up my mind about our relationship, but I was really scared. Destiny. 33, another one. 778833, sign. Maybe a detail for you that you're seeing a lot of not consecutive, how you call this? And we have karmic partners. Okay, we have destiny. I'm understanding our relationship and our connection. It's destined. We were destined to meet, strong unbreakable bond. So you would definitely believe that you're connected to someone, that you have a strong unbreakable bond, that you were destined to meet, you were destined to be together. But we also have karmic partners, and we had confusion, you guys. Turbulent with plenty of highs, and I paused because I'm hearing something specific. I'm gonna say it, okay? I'm gonna say it. I feel there's a part of you that believes whoever you're connected to, whoever is triggering you, whoever it felt like they couldn't make up their mind. Maybe you couldn't make up your mind about this connection. There's a part of you that believes that this is destined, that it was meant to happen, that you have a bond that will never go away, right? But when I saw this karmic partners, remember we said that you connected to someone, either a friend or a mentor, that you feel like they understand you, that they guide you, that you can talk to this person. I heard something specific again. Maybe you connected to someone and you shared with this person that I feel like this is destined. I feel like we're twin souls and twin flames. And maybe this person told you that twin flames are not meant to come into union, that twin flames are not meant to be together, that it doesn't always happen. We'll confirm, you guys, what comes out. But I say this to you guys all the time. Couple weeks ago, I've done a reading and I said this very statement, and I will repeat that statement. Sometimes people didn't manage to get something that they wanted. So they go out there to the world convincing others that it's impossible to be achieved because they did not achieve it. This is why I always say to you guys, if you truly are on a divine journey, do not use services of healers, coaches, guides, who are still on a journey and they haven't reached the completion of this journey, or who are not meant to lead divines. What I mean by that, if you are truly on a divine journey, okay, you can use services of as many healers as you want, okay? When I was on my journey, I had a shamanic healer, but I would never, almost never, maybe once a year, touch the topic of my divine journey with the healer, because the healer was not one of the healers that are meant to work with the divines. The healer was to heal my soul, to heal my past lifetimes, to heal my traumas, to heal my womb, right? And you can use services of these healers freely. But if you want a healer that you will go towards talking about your divine, reading the energy of your divine, guiding you specifically on this journey, make sure it's someone whose life's path is linked to do that. Because you guys, I've met so many divine feminists who are still on a journey, who didn't reach union, who are years in separation, and they already work as healers, and they're beautiful healers, amazing healers, not meant to work with twins, but they themselves haven't conquered the whole journey just yet. What do I always say to you guys whenever we do readings? Path, purpose, connection. So many feminists conquer healing, conquer path, but not so much the connection. That's why they stay longer in separation, and it's meant perhaps for them to be, but just be careful. Be careful. Divines are meant to come into union. I don't care what anyone says. Does it always happen? No. Because we have free will, we can screw things up, but they're meant to come into union. So there's a reason it came. Let's move forth. Let's go on. Let's go on, but I was hearing this so strongly that I feel like it's going to be a detail for the whole collective. But let's confirm with the second row, because it might just be for some of you. For some of you, it might be just a friend that you shared this journey. That friend that you connected, you shared this journey. They were like, "Oh my God, I've been through the same thing. This is just a car." Guys, insecurity 73. We have sevens and we have free, so maybe that's relevant. 73 or 37, 7th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 7th, 7, 7, 7, 3, 3, 3. Again, you know the drill. Maybe this person triggers your insecurities because that's on top of the trigger. Maybe they trigger something within you. Surrender, number 64. 2 more. Winter. Twin flame. Look how thick this deck is. You needed your confirmation just in case you are in doubt. This is a true divine collective. I feel like someone is messing with your mind, you guys, but remember, it might not be malicious. It might not be that someone is messing with your mind. Hold on. Sorry. It may not be that someone is messing with your mind maliciously. I always say this to you guys, like there's very few people on this earth that are like to the very core evil, malicious, wanting to meddle. People just usually coming from a place of wounding or are sharing. This is why I always say to you guys that it's so important, especially on a journey of a divine feminine who will become a healer. Discover your path, discover your mission, discover your purpose, and stick to it, because your downloads that you receive will be linked to your mission, right? So I receive downloads on how to heal love, how to heal heart space, how to lead divines into union, how to lead people into magnetizing their soulmates, because divine love is my mission. Soul connections are my mission. I don't get downloads about how to heal the womb or how to access Akashic records, because it's not my area of expertise. So if you come to me on session, I can advise you and tell you, I feel and I'm hearing that you should explore past lifetimes. Here's a number of a healer that will be able to help you. I'm not going to help you. Or we can pull a card from my deck, the womb worship, right? So I can give you some, my own, as a woman, as a healer, as a feminine, my own expertise. How do I connect to my womb? But I'm not going to perform a ceremony on you, because I'm not a womb healer, right? And this is how it's so very dangerous when healers are not yet healed in certain areas, that when they connect to people, they transfer their own truths that are not the divine downloads, right? So again, I feel like someone is messing with your mind, this collective. It may be a healer, it may be a friend, it may be someone that you connected to, and maybe they themselves, you know how people that like didn't have the happy love story, they will always tell you that love doesn't have a happy ending, that love changes, that love hurts, and so on and so forth. This is human nature. People, how many people you've met in your life that haven't achieved something, and they will tell you, go for it, you'll be successful. Maybe a very loving parent that will sit down and will tell you, listen, I was never happy in my marriage, so I want to give you advice so you can achieve that. Or I never followed my dream, so, right? But most people, if they don't have it, they will tell you it's impossible, because they're projecting. They feeling themselves, they feeling better, spreading the news that it's just not achievable because they haven't achieved that. Okay, so just be careful. I will pull a few more. We'll clarify. I'm kind of guided to do a little bit of these for you as well, but we'll see. We have December 22nd, February 6th. So this is in future. It may be that these are important dates, like birthdays, when you met your person, something important happened in those dates. But I feel like it's going to be an important period. I feel like it's going to be future. So starting this holiday season, December 22nd to February 6th. And we have surrender. So overall, this collective, you are feeling okay. You are in a state of belief and surrendering. Maybe, hearing that twins don't come into union, it helped you to release momentarily. It helped you to accept that, that you need to focus on learning the lesson, because in the end, you do have to focus on learning the lesson. You have to release this person always, no matter who they are. But you guys, my universal truth is that we have to stick to the truth. We have to stick to the truth. We have to find ways for ourselves to release, but knowing that if you are an activated twin, it's because you're meant to come into union. Is it going to happen in 3, 5, 10, 15 years or ever? It's going to be your decision. Partially, it's part of your planned path, but you can prolong it. You can repeat cycles. Especially if you listen to nonsense. I want to do 3 more. I'm guided to do 3 more, and then we're going to do a little bit of these to confirm. Pisces. So, acquiring knowledge. And 1 more. So maybe it's a detail, either Libra or Pisces in your pairing. And we have outer turmoil. So the Pisces says, I had an idealistic view of what relationship should look like. You've challenged that perspective and made me question my whole value system. I feel like this is not this person. I feel like it's that someone. Someone made you question your value system. Someone made you feel that you had an idealistic view of twin flames and you need to ground yourself because it's not always happy ending. BS! BS. Show me one person who's a divine, who's meant to work with twins, who is in a union and will tell you twins don't always come into union. No one! Because the only people who say that is people who haven't gotten into union or who know squat, who need healing, who haven't healed just yet. But I feel someone has to, but maybe, you guys, maybe it's what you needed. Maybe this collective, you needed that. 555, maybe it caused a change. Maybe it's given you a breather. Open-minded to a connection, researching, understanding, willingness to be open. I'm feeling hold on, other turmoil. I feel my life is falling apart and I don't know what to do. This is it. Whatever can go wrong has gone wrong, but the one thing that feels right was you. This is it, you guys. It's like something has shaken your belief system, right? So I feel like this collective, you were sitting in a belief that twins is this amazing love story, is your destined person, you're meant to be together, that you're gonna be together, that this is the other half of you, and it was that anchor and the whole madness of awakening that a twin causes within us as feminists, the Kundalini awakening. And I feel like someone shook your belief system recently, and now it has two sides of the coins. On one hand, perhaps it was destined. Perhaps it's given you a little bit of a breather. Perhaps it opened your mind. Sometimes we are fed with illusions and lies because we're so stubborn in certain ways of believing that for us to relieve, the universe always gives us what we need, right? So sometimes it's a test, sometimes it's what we need, right? But it's like it shook your belief system. And on one hand, I feel like it given you breather, it opened you to open different possibilities. Maybe it even helped you to focus a little bit on you, because that idea that it may not happen, maybe it relaxed you subconsciously a little bit. But I feel like on the other hand, it has taken away what you've considered your objective for. Does it make sense? Again, I always repeat this. If this is really your collective, you're going to be like, yeah, right? So it's going to be resonating. It's going to be resonating. So this is what I'm going to tell you. We always have to keep an open mind. We always have to accept that, as I said, we can screw it up and we can never reach union. If we start doing things like cutting cords, constantly saying to the universe that we don't want it, constantly rejecting energetically our twin, obviously you're going to screw things up. You're going to have to repeat the whole shebang in another lifetime. But the plan is to get into union. Twins, activated twins, are meant to get into union. As long as you heal, as long as you surrender, as long as you focus on you and on your divinity as a divine feminine, right? I'm not going to give you a crash course right now. You can go ahead and watch my divine feminine masterclass. But I feel like whatever happened has given you a little bit of a breather. But be careful. Be careful. Again, I'm going to repeat this. I've known people and healers who are great people, great healers, but they sometimes give opinion about things that they're not meant to teach. And whenever we give opinion about something that we're not meant to teach, we're giving our opinion, okay? Our opinion, and not divine knowledge that we received in downloads to guide others. This is not a channel. This is an opinion. And if you've watched this video that I've done about two types of downloads that we receive for ourselves and downloads that we receive as channels for others, as healers, it's important to know this difference. I just want a couple of these to clarify. Let's see what we... Intuition, earth sign, fire sign, confirmation. Let go. Let go. One more. No. Love spell at the bottom of the deck. Okay, we have fire sign, earth sign, but we also have water.